So are you ready to PR yourself? We'll remove the mystery from all things PR, and we'll discuss everything from our top strategies to tips and tricks and everything that you can utilize to further enhance your brand or your message. I've been in media, I'm a journalist, and I'm also a publicist. I am Leah Frazier, CEO of Think3 Media, and your host for PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. Let's go. All right, and welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. I just can't get enough of this fabulous redhead that I have here in the studio with me today, welcoming back for a second time, and maybe possibly even a third, fourth, fifth. It goes on.
Well, listen, I always say, ask me for 2 cents and I'll give you a quarter's worth of conversation. So I will come back as many times as you want to have me.
My go-to media guru and all things PR, just creativity here in Dallas. Cynthia Smoot is back again. Hello.
Listen, with an intro like that, why would I not come back? Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited because we get to talk food today. Like,
my favorite.
Is food PR a thing?
Oh, for sure. Listen, restaurants are actually my favorite kind of account to work. One, because there's always something going on, whether it's a Hallmark holiday like Easter, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or there's, then you've got brunch, lunch, dinner, cocktails, happy hour, live music. I mean, there's so much to work with when you're working with a restaurant.
I'm hungry. Just call me when you need tastings or when you do those fabulous.
Listen, and I always joke and I say, when you work restaurant accounts, you'll never go hungry. Because even if they can't pay you cash, at least they'll feed you.
That is so awesome. And Cynthia has some really amazing clients with great food, great cocktails. But today I want to talk about literally a Texas legend, Fletcher's Corny Dogs. I mean, how many Corny Dogs have you eaten?
I've eaten a lot of Corny Dogs this year. A lot.
And probably, how do you keep your figure? Because
probably more in 2020 than I've had in like all of the years previously. But it's good.
That is insane. Have you tried like the different flavors you have, or is the original like this is your go-to?
Okay, so let me tell you a quick story. So as you know, like yourself, I have had a blog for 10, 12 years. You can follow me on my personal social media channels at Cynthia. I just kind of talk about what's happening around town, what gives Dallas its flavor, food, fashion, fun. And so about a year or so ago, Amber Fletcher from Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs reached out to me and said, I've been following you on social media for a while, and I know that you're a big fan of the State Fair and our brand, and we're looking for somebody to work with us. Would you be interested? Do you think you might want to talk to us? And I about peed in my pants. I literally dropped my phone.
Is this a real question?
And yelled. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it was so exciting.
So she knew you did PR?
Yeah.
Or did she just know you as the influencer? She knew you did PR?
Both.
Oh, okay, cool.
Both. Because she followed me on my social channels, she knew me from that. And I feel like most people, honestly, in the public just know me as Oso Cynthia, or as my husband calls me, Oso. And, and so they know that I sort of have this presence around town and I know a lot of people. Most people think that's my full-time job. It's not, people. I actually hustle for a living.
Setting the record straight here. Yeah. Cynthia actually has a real job.
Yes.
A real one.
As a partner for Gangway Advertising. So these two sort of, I always joke that I have multiple personalities and they just happen to work together for the greater good.
Well, for the greater good, let's talk about that for a minute. I mean, all things Corny Dogs. But earlier this year, when it was announced, because most of Dallas or Texas or even people across the nation know Fletcher's because of their involvement with the State Fair of Texas. I know I can't go. Like, that is part of the list. You get Corny Dogs, I get turkey legs, I get corn, funnel cakes, and fried collard greens now that you've introduced me to Chef Cassie. Mm-hmm. But Corny Dogs is always that number one. And so when the pandemic hit and they said, look, we're going to have to cancel the State Fair of Texas, like, if I felt the panic, I don't know what the rest of the state did or even the vendors themselves. So what was that like for you in PR land?
So in March, when COVID started circulating, and this, before there was the shutdown, so Fletcher's was created by Neil and Carl Fletcher in 1938. In 1942, the Corny dog was officially introduced to the State Fair of Texas, and they have been there for 78 years. So it is how they make the majority of their annual income, is those 6 or 8 weeks of the State Fair of Texas. They serve over 500,000 Corny dogs annually at the State Fair of Texas. That is 60,000 pounds of wieners, for those of you who are interested.
I ain't complaining.
I got all my fun facts down. And so, but
pro tip, always have a fact sheet.
through serendipity, which I created, through serendipity, the year before they had purchased a couple of food trailers with the intention of sort of moving beyond the State Fair of Texas to do other festivals, fairs, and like larger corporate events. And so honestly, it was the way it sort of started is somebody reached out to them and said, we would like to send you to feed some first responders, a police station out by Flagpole Hill. And they hired them to cater to these police officers. Well, then once somebody in the, some sergeant or corporal or somebody from another unit who happened to be over there saw it, he was like, well, I want Fletcher's at my department. And then we got some media coverage from that. Didn't seek it out because, frankly, we were just doing it to be good citizens. It was kind of a conscious decision that we weren't going to sort of milk that for their good. We were just, they were just happy to do something good for the community. But some media saw it, picked it up, saw a post on Instagram that one of the police officers had done, ran a story on it. That led to more media coverage. That led to more people reaching out, asking them, would you come to our hospital? Would you come to this police station? Which then led to people saying, would you come to our neighborhood? Could we do a pop-up for our community? Would you come to our apartment complex? So that's really how it started, is all from whoever that one individual was that just wanted to do a good deed and feed some first responders. But that lit a fire in my creative team, and we said, it's looking like it could be a possibility that the state fair, even if it doesn't shut down, could be compromised in some way. We should have a plan B. Let's start promoting the fact and letting people know that you've got these trailers, that you have the ability to get out and do the community and feed people. And once we started utilizing their social channels to kind of shine a light on that, it just, the calls and emails started coming in. The day the state fair announced closure, within that first 2 or 3 days, they received over 1,000 emails from businesses and from individuals wanting them to come out. It was overwhelming, really, and I think really humbling to them what they meant to the community, that people just craved, it wasn't even really about the product. It was just that they craved that sense of normalcy, that tradition, that it would just, that good feeling, like they just needed a ray of sunshine, and that Fletcher's could provide that was just super humbling and really rewarding to the family and to our team who got to work alongside them to help get them out into the community.
And I think one of the most poignant things that you just said was that there was preparation, knowing that it possibly could be coming. So you guys weren't reactionary at all. You were extremely proactive in saying, how can we build this buzz if this happens? Because you weren't quite sure at first. And it ended up really, I wouldn't say that it's seamless because I don't know, but at least maybe it was a little bit easier to adjust to because you guys had all of that legwork ahead of time, which is so important.
Yeah, and exactly. We were sort of, we were trying to help them figure out the best places to be, the best, we also had to deal with, the COVID restrictions and wanting to be safe for the community. So it was, how do we structure these pop-ups in such a way that we're still, being safe and following the city guidelines for distancing, having sanitizing stations for their employees. So, there was a lot of kind of behind the scenes work that went into it. in addition to just kind of, pulling up and serving corny dogs. So, I mean, it was kind of a whole thing. But yeah, so we've been busy doing that for about the past 6 months. And then the state fair, announced that they were still going to do a little something, and they did a very successful drive-through, which was super fun, and Fletcher's was a big part of that. So yeah, but we've got events on the calendar through the end of the year for them. The demand is still great. People are loving their Fletcher's corny dogs, and so visit their website to see where they'll be next, because they are everywhere.
I feel like it. I'm like, oh my gosh, every time I turn around, it's like Fletcher's here, but which is a great thing because I love their corny dogs. You guys had that amazing collaboration with Golden Chick. So I will admit that I've been through the drive-through quite a few times. I didn't want any chicken. I just wanted my $5 corny dog, a sweet tea, and some fries. Like,
that's another great benefit that came from this pandemic is, so Golden Chick is a fast casual chicken chain with 185 plus locations in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and beyond. But they are based here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm friends with their publicist. And so when the state fair announced closure, somebody on Golden Chick's executive team was watching a news clip in which Fletcher's was interviewed about the state fair closure and kind of just had this light bulb moment and said, what if we could offer Fletcher's? I mean, we fry chicken, they fry corny dogs, like we've already got all the equipment we need. And so their publicist said, well, I just happened to be friends with their publicist. And so she reached out. And I mean, within the first week, we were all sitting down, and normally, and I could be wrong, but I want to say that they told me normally when they do a partnership of this magnitude, it's like a 6+ month partnership. And we turned this thing around in under 30 days. So it was super
You never told me that. That's incredible.
fast.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so
Aaron told me, he's like, I can't tell you anything because Cynthia's going to kill me.
That's right.
But some big is coming. And I was like, I hate this. Like when your parents are telling you, you got a gift, but I can't tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck? And that's what it was. And I think that's so
And
cool.
so I think, that was something super exciting that came out of this pandemic for them is, for a company that has only had exposure through the State Fair of Texas for 78 years. And now fans all across the state of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, people who have maybe never even been to the State Fair but love Golden Chick. I'm a huge fan of Golden Chick. Could drive through there. God. So I think it was a really tremendous way for them to not only keep their existing fans happy and make it convenient for them to, just drive through. Even if you don't want to come to a pop-up, stand in line for an hour or do the whole event thing, just get in your car and drive through Golden Chick. So it was just such a great opportunity for them. I think it really cast a wide net and allowed them to introduce themselves to a lot of new consumers who hopefully are new fans and will come and visit us in the future at the State Fair or another event. So it was a really amazing partnership and something that never in a million years would have happened had the State Fair not shut down. And I think, that's really, I think life is always going to hand you lemons, and you can be sad and sour about it, or you can grab your sugar and make some lemonade. And that's really my personal philosophy is, I'm always, my husband jokes that I wear rose-colored glasses, and I say absolutely because I love that rosy glow, and I'm over here sipping my lemonade. Like, I'm good living life that way. So if you want to go and be negative, curl up in a ball and die in the corner, you can, but that's not how I'm choosing to move forward or handle my business.
And I love everything that you said. There's so many tips that I could just pull out from, being proactive to two, I think, in the pandemic, looking for those possible partnerships or collaborations that can elevate your brand instead of it just you trying to ride this wave all by yourself, finding other companies, like you said, that maybe align in brand values or, messaging that can create something cool. So figuring out who you can collaborate with during this time. And then like Cynthia said, how can you make lemonade out of lemons at this point in time and do so quickly and not sit and just look at it negatively in the way that it is like, oh, there's a possible second shutdown coming. So that's it for me.
And Leah, last time I was here, we talked about how people really get stuck in their box, and there's a lot of fear in stepping out into the unknown. And I think that's really where I want to challenge people is we're in a time right now where you got to be willing to get uncomfortable. You got to be willing to step out and take some risk, because frankly, what do you have to lose?
Nothing.
And there's so much opportunity out there for people who are willing to be open to new ideas, new partnerships, and have fun with it, play around with it, use your creativity, your imagination. People are desperate to collaborate. They're looking for partnerships and ideas, and it's like just start having the conversations and see what develops.
I love that. So many tips. Cynthia, I'm gonna have a hard time pulling out little nuggets because there's just so much value in what you do and what you bring. And I just want to thank you so much for being here with me today. I know you're pressed for time, so I want you to be able to get to where, because she's a busy woman. She's on the go. That's why they call her Also Cynthia. Just follow her on social media and you'll see what I'm saying. But I appreciate you because this is a great case study, I think, for people who are maybe you're having to do this by yourself. You don't have a Cynthia in your corner and you're looking at the wall or you're looking at the reports and you're looking at the news and you're saying, what am I going to do for my business or my brand? And pretty much it's using what's all around you and finding a way to leverage that. And I think, and taking the risk. So is there anything else, Cynthia, you want to leave us with? Because this is a lot of nuggets for free.
Anything for you, Leah, and for your listeners. I love being here, and you can obviously tell I'm very passionate about what I do and the clients I represent. It's truly an honor to represent such an iconic Texas brand like Fletcher's original Corny dogs. So I hope everybody will follow them on social media. We've got pop-ups for the next several months throughout North Texas. So come out, see us. I'll probably be there. Come say hi.
I will tell you, Cynthia looks great. She does not look like she's been pounding down these corny dogs like I would if I were.
Well, that's the beauty of yoga pants, right? They just suck it all in.
Yes, you've got to get the control top, ladies, the control top. But thank you, Cynthia. Follow her on social media. She will be back for more nuggets, and I want to get into some hot topics with her and create some more ideas for you guys to see how you can spin some stories, because Cynthia's really good with that as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you very soon, and we're out of here. Thank you guys so much to listening to this episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. Just wanted to throw some things out there for you guys that are looking for just a little bit of additional help as you're trying to PR yourself with your business or your brand. I want you guys to know about these resources that I've curated just for you. So you can always head to PR Yourself with leahfrazier.com, and it will have all the episode recaps there with photos of the folks that are coming on and the panelists, along with the episode recaps and ways that you can reach out to them directly. And also, if you go to pryourselfwithleahfrazier.com/course, then you yourself, if you just can't wait, if you want to dive in there and know all of the nuggets and you want it in more of an educational and informative fashion, please, please, please take my self-paced course, PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. It is one of my highest ranked courses. I've taught this for the last 2 years. I've constantly getting requested to teach this course across the U.S. I've done it virtually now during the pandemic, and it is a hit. I've had people receive both local and national mentions, things that have helped their businesses truly go to the next level. So remember, PR Yourself with leahfrazier.com/course, and you'll learn everything that you need to do, and you can do it all online, and it's completely self-paced so that you can PR yourself. Also, if you just want to learn more about some of the other marketing courses that we will be dropping periodically throughout the year, go to think3media.com, spell 3 all the way out, /think3edu, and we will be dropping all of our courses there. So that will pertain to everything with social media updates, influencer marketing, content marketing strategies. So if you just need little bits and pieces here and there, that's where you can go to access those courses and that content. We also have a monthly subscription service. So if you want to sign up for that. There will be a link there, think3media.com/think3edu, where once a month you will have one live course with me on something that is trending within marketing that could help you with your business and your brand. And also within that month, there will be a live mastermind session with other business owners or brands just like yourself, where we can mastermind and help you work through some of those marketing and PR issues that you may be having where you feel like you are stuck. We're going to help you PR yourself or market yourself and get unstuck. Okay. And lastly, huge announcement. My PR Yourself with Leah Frazier book is coming. I am finalizing it. It is coming, you guys, and it will drop January 2021. So head to pryourselfbook.com. It's a landing page, but you're able to sign up for my email list so that you get first access to know when that book will be out, and so that you will have yours shipped to you first. So you have to sign up for that list so that once that book launches, you get your hands on yours first. And this will literally be a physical manual that you will have in your office and you'll be able to carry around with you in order to implement all of the PR strategies that you will need to take your business and brand to the next level. If in fact, you're not at a point where you can hire a publicist or a PR agency or a firm. So that is pryourselfbook.com. Is coming January 2021. I'm so excited. I have been working on this for years, you guys, and I'm so excited to give it to you all at an affordable price. But without further ado, just keep listening, binge watching these episodes. I'm so excited to drop many more. And thank you so much for your support. Once again, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so. Leah at think3, spell 3 all the way out, media.com, or follow me on social media at the Leah Frazier, at Think3Media. And you can follow the podcast itself at PR Yourself Podcast so that you never miss an episode and never miss an opportunity where you can learn from my media friends or other brands on how to PR yourself better. Until again.